Welcome, folks, to your new favorite cricket fan channel called Willow and Leather. This is Shravan here once again with you. Just wanted to do a quick catch up on the game that just finished earlier today. Punjab Kings beating Kolkata Knight Riders by chasing a whopping 261 runs. Records galore, all sorts of records tumbling today. We'll do a quick deep dive into the game, but before that, just wanted to say a quick shout out and thank you to all the dear friends and everyone else who's been supporting these videos. We have hit 50 subscribers today, so just wanted to say a thank you to all of you for continuing to support this channel over the last month or so. It's been absolutely fantastic experience for me, putting these videos together, doing the research or the write up before the videos as well, gathering all the information that I want to talk about. So all of that effort has been a very fruitful experience for me. So just wanted to thank you, all of you guys and gals, for all the support that you're providing. 50 subscribers, hopefully the first small milestone amongst many to go. But again, the main goal of this channel is to just bring you interesting, exciting cricket related content. Please do stay tuned for more and more exciting stuff coming up on this channel in the coming days and weeks. All right, so let's do a quick analysis or a recap of the game. Where to begin, to be honest, right? Absolutely fantastic batting performance from both teams, to be honest, but especially from the Punjab Kings, led by Johnny Bairstow's fantastic century, coming back into the side after missing a few games. I think he had missed 3 or 4 games before this. Absolutely welcome inclusion into the squad again, or into the playing team again for Punjab Kings. Leading from the front with the bat, opening for the team and carrying his bat through this absolutely fantastic chase that we got to witness. Kolkata Knight Riders, absolutely fantastic batting performance, as I said, once again, highlighted by the amazing opening partnership that we're witnessing this year between Phil Salt and that wily old man Sunil Narayan. Absolutely fantastic opening partnership, as I mentioned, putting on a massive total on the board. Sunil Narayan now is the second highest run scorer in the tournament, and rightfully so, just based on the quantity of runs that he's been scoring and at blistering pace right at the top of the innings. We did see Sunil Narayan struggling against RCB in their previous game with some very precise and well thought out bowling attack options against him. But today, he kind of regained his form from where he left off a couple of games ago and absolutely bludgeoned the ball to all parts of the ground, and ably supported by Phil Salt again. And this opening combination is proving to be extremely lethal, and they're doing a bulk of the run scoring for the team this tournament. Guys like Andre Russell and Rinku Singh are barely getting a look in at this point, and they're basically just having to play the last handful of overs just because of the quality of the starts that the KKR team has been getting. Not much to write home with respect to the bowling from Punjab Kings, so we'll quickly switch over to the second innings again and focus on the batting, because that's all that this game was about, to be honest. When you have 520 plus runs being scored in a T20 game, there isn't really going to be too much to talk about when it comes to the bowling. But like I said, absolutely fantastic from the Punjab Kings. Johnny Bairstow leading the way, obviously, and carrying his bat through, which I think was the most crucial part, or the main reason why Punjab Kings were able to successfully chase this mammoth score down. But absolutely fantastic support from Prab Simran, who opened the batting again, and just I think these kind of totals really free the shackles in many ways for a lot of the batsmen, and they just feel like there is no other choice but to go hitting right from ball one, and that's exactly what Prab Simran did today as well, and it paid off. I think he'll be cursing himself for being run out, which I thought was a poor call to begin with by Prab Simran. So eventually succumbing to a direct hit, and it was the last ball of the power play as well. So I think they've done a fantastic job not not losing any wickets and scoring a good amount of runs in that power play, a massive amount of runs. But I think he'll be kicking himself for being run out in that fashion. Riley Russo came in, provided a little bit of support, and then once he got out, Shashank, again, one of those finds of the tournament, to be honest. Now, obviously, Punjab Kings might have been picking up the wrong Shashank in the auction, if folks remember that fiasco. Just some of the performances that he's put together this season for the team, the backroom staff will be sitting there, feeling very happy about the mistake that they did or the confusion that happened in the auction. And I think it's safe to say they picked up the right Shashank eventually. But what an innings from that lad as well. 68 from 28 balls. Again, seeing the chase through, coming in at number 4, and just playing with so much confidence and being so aggressive both against spin and against pace. I think that was the best part of it. They showed equal ruthlessness against both the spinners and the pacers. Again, not much to write home about for the bowlers. Harshit Rana proving to be particularly expensive this time around. 4 overs, none for 61. So I think that's probably the most expensive spell that he's had in his IPL career so far. Anukul Roy, 2 overs for 36. And I think that second over from Anukul Roy was where the shackles kind of really broke off. I think, obviously the team had done fantastically well with the start they got. But that Anukul Roy over where I think Bairstow found his rhythm and got going. I think that was probably the game-changing over. Varun Chakravarti, 3 overs for 46. Again, not a pretty sight if you're a bowler. Andre Russell, 2 for 36. Varun Chakravarti, before I move on, I guess, unfortunately, the quality of bowling that I saw today from him was a little below par, to be honest. Instead of, relying on the spin and the wicket to, favor him, he just, especially against Johnny Bairstow, he just kept bowling quicker and flatter ones, even shorter ones as well. I think there was one ball that surprised Johnny Bairstow so much because it was almost like a medium pacer bowling a shorter one back of the length and, kind of coming chest height for him. So I feel like Varun Chakravarti definitely missed a trick with respect to probably, not being bold enough to loop and flight the ball and let the pitch do a little bit of magic on the ball, which is exactly what Sunil Narine did. Once again, if there was one highlight in terms of bowling across both teams, that was Sunil Narine. 4 overs, 24 runs and 1 wicket as well. The only bowler to pick up a wicket for Kolkata Knight Riders. Exceptional bowling again, and he was able to extract a lot of turn today. In fact, that wicket that he picked up of Riley Russo also was the one that kind of spun away from Russo quite a bit and hit the toe end of the bat. Barring Sunil Narine, I think very average and ordinary performance from all the bowlers across both teams. But this is one of those games where you don't really focus on the bowling. It's all about the batsmen. I guess the entire tournament has been that way, unfortunately, this time. But I at least wanted to go through some of the records that were broken today. 262, obviously the most obvious record broken is that it is the highest successful run chase in any T20 game, not just in the IPL. And I think it broke the previous highest successful chase in the IPL by about close to 40 runs. I think it was 38 runs. I think the previous highest successful chase was from Rajasthan Royals, and I think they had chased down 220 plus. But 262, it's a completely different ball game altogether. So fantastic effort again. 42 sixes scored in this match, which is the highest in any T20 match, not just in the IPL. And that broke the previous record, which was 38 sixes in the game between Sunrisers Hyderabad and Mumbai Indians earlier this season itself. Absolutely crazy. And I think even the RCB and Sunrisers Hyderabad game that happened in Chinnaswamy, I think that had 38 sixes as well. So absolutely ridiculous number of sixes. When you look at it, 42 sixes, that's close to like 21 sixes. So almost like actually more than 1 6 per over on average, right? So ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. 24 sixes that the Punjab Kings hit in their innings, which is the second most by a team. And this includes internationals as well. I think there was like a game where Nepal hit 26 sixes. But barring that, 24 sixes, again, ridiculous numbers when you think about it. Again, beating the previous record in the IPL of 22 sixes between the SRH and RCB game that happened just a week ago as well. Second highest number of runs scored in a single T20 game, 523 runs, and this is just behind the 549 runs that we saw last week between RCB and Sunrisers Hyderabad. Absolutely bonkers again. All these records basically just goes to show you, the previous high records were from, a lot of these were from earlier in this tournament itself. So it just goes to show how the nature of this game has changed this year, how the tracks aren't necessarily helping the fielder bowling units in any sort of way. The smallish boundaries aren't helping the bowling units in any way. The impact rule adds another extra solid batsman into the batting lineup, and that I think has freed up the top order batsmen to go as hard as they possibly can, because they can afford to lose another wicket up top. So until they lose their first wicket, they are gonna just keep going hell for leather, just because of that added cushion of an extra batter in the side. So I feel like the impact rule has absolutely changed the face of this year's IPL. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of scrutiny into this rule and the validity of this rule, because I know there are people with differing opinions on it. I'll probably do another video closer towards the end of the season, recapping the tournament as a whole maybe, and then talking about some of these key observations and key things that impacted the tournament as a whole. So I'll probably reserve my opinions for that video later. But yeah, absolute crazy numbers when you think about it, all sorts of records being broken. Apparently it's the first time that all the four openers across the two teams have all scored 50 plus runs. 5 half centuries that were scored at a strike rate of more than 200. So 5 half centuries coming in the match in less than 25 balls each, and it's the first instance of that happening in T20 cricket as well. Absolutely bananas once again, like I said. Also this is the Punjab Kings' 7th time chasing a target more than 200. That stat actually blew my mind, because obviously I've been following the IPL all through the years, but it never really occurred to me that Punjab has been successful in chasing a target 200 plus 6 times before today, so 7 times now including this one, and that is 2 more than any other team across any other league or country in the world, which is absolutely mind-boggling. To be able to chase down 200 plus scores that consistently, just goes to show how the game has evolved as well. But some of these chases have come in years gone by, and that just goes to show Punjab Kings, or previously Kings 11 Punjab's batting strength as a unit. Again, it's a shame that it's one of those teams that hasn't really lived up to its potential over the last many years now, but absolutely welcome result for the team. I think they'll be hoping that this performance really turns their fortunes around, and before this game they were sitting in the 9th spot. Now they've moved up into 8th spot, jumping over Mumbai Indians, but Mumbai Indians do have a game in hand now, so we'll need to see how things evolve, but at least with this win, Punjab Kings have kind of given themselves a fighting chance to try and make a push for that top 4, at least into the top 5 or 6 realistically towards the end of the tournament. But I think they'll be extremely happy, and they should be extremely happy and proud of this result. Chasing down 261 with 8 balls to spare, mind you. That was an absolutely fantastic performance. With another 8 balls, they could have easily probably made another 20-25 runs, given the rate at which they were going. And, having chased that target down with 8 balls to spare, and having lost just 2 wickets, Absolutely fantastic batting performance from everyone who came into bat. But Johnny Bairstow in particular and Shashank Singh, obviously, one for the future, one to watch out for. Shashank Singh, I think, keeping his cool. He's shown that multiple times in this tournament now, staying calm under pressure when the required run rate has been like in excess of 10, 12, 13, 14 runs and over, and taking his team over the line. So yeah, absolutely great, find, not just for Punjab Kings, but for the IPL as a whole. The crux of, or the whole idea of this tournament is to uncover exceptional domestic talent, and I think this season, at least on the batting front, we have uncovered quite a few names so far, and all these youngsters are just putting their hands up and saying, hey, look, come check us out. We are playing this fearless brand of cricket. We are going to be aggressive no matter what the situation is, no matter who the bowlers are. So it's an absolutely fantastic sight to see when these youngsters come through and perform the way they're doing right now. Bowlers, that's probably a different conversation, but we've still seen at least some bowlers trying to make a mark as well. Harshit Rana, before this game, I think he's had a very impressive tournament so far. We've also seen Mayank from Lucknow Super Giants as well. Absolutely gun bowler from the looks of it. So yeah, we are uncovering some domestic bowling talent as well. But let's face it, this tournament has been all about the batsmen so far, and exciting times ahead for the rest of the tournament as well. It doesn't look like the pitches are slowing down or dying out, despite being a month and a half into the tournament now, which is not a great sign if you're a bowling unit still. But teams are having fun batting and putting up these mammoth totals. Is the game heading in the right direction? People with different opinions, I guess. I have my own views. As I said, I'll probably share more of that in one of the upcoming videos. But hey, thank you so much for joining. That was a quick recap of the game today. Punjab Kings thumping Kolkata Knight Riders and chasing down 261 runs with 8 wickets and 8 balls to spare. Fairy tale stuff for Punjab Kings. I think they'll be wanting to ride high on this momentum and build from here. As for Kolkata Knight Riders, I think it was a golden opportunity for them to really cement their spot in the top 2, and I feel like I think they will feel that they have missed out on a great opportunity here, especially after posting such a huge score. A lot of question marks on their bowling attack, and this is with Mitchell Starc being dropped today, by the way, or rested for a finger injury from the sounds of it. And despite Mitchell Starc not being there, the rest of them still going for runs too. This is 3 games now, right? We saw the game against Rajasthan Royals, where Sunil Narine scored a century and the team put up a massive total, but Josh Butler kind of came from nowhere and stole that game for Rajasthan Royals. And the KKR versus RCB game as well, RCB coming within like 1 run of chasing that huge target down from KKR. So no hiding for the bowlers across any team at this point, right? We've seen the Sunrisers Hyderabad bowlers going for runs, we've seen the Mumbai Indians bowlers going for runs, we've seen KKR now for 3 games in a row going for a lot of runs. RCB has gone for runs across almost every single game, and they're looking to turn things around too. Interesting period of the tournament. A lot of these teams have started to slip up just a little bit, right? Sunrisers losing to RCB, that was something that they were probably not hoping for, because Sunrisers Hyderabad, they have 3 very tricky games coming up now. I think they are playing away at Chennai, then they're playing at home against the table toppers Rajasthan, and then they're going away to Mumbai. So winning at Chennai and Mumbai are going to be tough propositions, and then you have the strongest team so far in this league coming and visiting you at home. So if I'm a Sunrisers Hyderabad fan, I'll be a little anxious for these next run of 3 games that they have, and I feel like they also will feel that they missed out on an opportunity to get 2 points against RCB yesterday. But Teams like RCB, Punjab Kings, Delhi Capitals, it's like a great opportunity for them to cause some upsets now, which they've already started doing. So yeah, interesting period the next 2 or 3 weeks in this tournament now, where teams will start getting exposed in certain areas. Things that have worked for the early part of the tournament might not necessarily work in the second half. Pitches might hopefully start drying out a little bit more, so there might be different kinds of tactics that come into the picture as well. So yeah, we'll see. Wait and watch, I guess. But yeah, it's been an exciting tournament so far. I mean, you can't really complain about lack of excitement when teams are just scoring 240, 250, 260, 280 runs just for fun. But yeah, bowling wise, I think it's been a nightmare for all teams at this point. That's my wrap up of the game today. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Please do like this video, share it with your friends and family, anyone who enjoys cricket, anyone who enjoys listening to some analysis about the IPL. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so that you do not miss any future videos or updates that I do as well. Thank you so much. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.